Good morning, sixth grade. Okay, I'm filming from home now, so I don't have my fancy hover cam that's gonna help me, so bear with me while I try to figure out how to get my phone to stay in place while I try and video my handwriting. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the area of a kite. I've gone ahead and got my 7-3 notes back out, and I'm just adding on to that because that's what kites were a part of. If you don't want to get out your 7-3 notes, or if you don't have room or something of that nature, you'll just show me the work separate for the kite area of kites, okay? Or if you did your homework on the bottom of the last one or something like that, you can just start a new page. All right, so I am actually going to start with example 3 that's on page 401. So it's actually in the book if you need it, if you want to copy that. But a kite, by definition, is a quadrilateral that has 2 pairs of adjacent sides. Adjacent means they're right next to each other, and they're even. So they're equal in length. Adjacent is touching, by touching at the point, or the vertex, I'm sorry. But as you can see, I put in parentheses, there are 2 triangles put together. That part's not in the book. So I didn't go ahead and write all the links that they have on the kite so I could show you that if you put this line right across to separate the 2 pairs of adjacent lines, you'll see that it's actually just 2 triangles. So we can find, just like we did for the trapezoid, we can find 2 different areas and put them together. So that's what we're going to do with the kite. We're going to find this being shape A and this being shape B. We're going to find the 2 different areas. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the measurements that they have in the book on the kite. So we have 30 centimeters for the full height. They have this kind of going down the middle because these are the 2 actual heights of the triangles. Here we have 5 centimeters. And they've separated this for us into 10 centimeters. And then this one, oh, sorry, I wrote a 3. That's 25 centimeters for the height. All right, so now that we have all the measurements, we can sit there and focus on shape A and then shape B separate. So for A, I'm going to kind of squeeze my work in at the bottom of this page. For shape A, the area for a triangle is half the base times the height, right? Half, right? I'm going to use one of our previous notes to block out. I'm going to block out shape B so I don't even see it and it's not even in my mind. All right, so this is kind of an upside down triangle, right? So the base is on the top. So when we fill this in, we're going to use 1/2 times the base, which is that top part. Notice they have 10 here and 10 here. So how much is the total base? Good. 20 centimeters is the total base. And then the height of this triangle alone is 25. See, that 30 is the whole kite. So 25 is the height of just this triangle. Remember, they'll trick you sometimes and put those measurements out here on the side, but that's not the actual height. All right, so just so I don't have to do some of this math in my head, I'm going to go ahead and take half of 20, which is 10, and then multiply that by 25 centimeters. Mental math, multiplying by a 10, you take away the 0. 1 times 25 is 25, and you put the 0 back on. Very good. Centimeter times centimeter is centimeter square. Okay, so we have the area for shape A. Does everybody see how we got that? All right, I'm going to squeeze B in over here, the area for shape B. I'm going to cover so you can see. Everybody see what shape they're talking about? They're talking about that top triangle now. Okay, we're going to ignore the bottom triangle because we already did that. All right, I'm going to move the paper so it's out of the way. All right, so area for a triangle, area equals half the base times the height. Notice I write my formula every single time. And I know the formula. I know it by heart. But if you don't, or if there's some reason that, I've seen some of you just find the base times the height and totally forget that 1/2. Okay, so you want to write your formula at the beginning every time. It just helps you remember what you're doing. Okay, so we have 1/2 times the base, which is the same as the last triangle. They share a base, so 20 centimeters. And the height for this little triangle on the top is 5 centimeters. I'm going to do the same thing as over here. Half of 20, that's 10 centimeters, times the 5 centimeters. 10 times 5, good. Reflex, 50 centimeters squared. So just like with our quadrilateral, or I don't know why I keep calling it that. They're both quadrilaterals. Our trapezoid, we're going to add the two areas together. So just like over here, I'm going to add the two. So I'm going to take 50 and 250, and I should get a total of 300. I almost said 350. 300 centimeters squared. That is the total area for that kite. All right, guys. It is the exact same thing as what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to add on another example just in case you need that. And then I'll put the homework assignment in. All right, guys, I'm going to do the try it at the bottom of page 401, number 2, or B, I guess. If you want to pause the video and write down the problem, that might be helpful. It's in the book if you can't see for some reason of my handwriting. I have already separated it into shape A and shape B. So we're going to find the total area of this kite. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do it together. All right. So for shape A, my area for, you can see it if I block it out. Okay, you see it's a triangle just like tilted on its side, right? Kites are probably my worst thing to draw, so I apologize. It's not very accurate or straight. So anyways, they're talking about this triangle over here. So area equals 1/2 of the base times the height. We're going to take 1/2. What would you consider this base to be? I have 3 inches on that side and 3 inches on this side. Good. You should have said 6 inches. All right, and the height, if we have to, you can tilt your paper, but it's from the base to the top, so that's 6 inches. Notice they give you the whole length of the kite, which is not what they're referring to, just this triangle. So that's 6 inches as well. 6 times 6 is very easy, so I'll go ahead and start with that. 6 times 6 is 36 inches squared, inches times inches. And then what's half of 36? Ding, 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 18. That reflex is really helping you guys out, huh? Very good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with shape B. All right, that's this little triangle over here. Area of a triangle. Area equals half the base times the height. 1/2 times the base is the same. Notice that each time we do the kite, they're sharing that same base. So this is going to be 6 inches as well. And the height for this little triangle over here is from the base to the top of that triangle, which is 4 inches. Good. 6 times 4 is easy. 24 inches squared. Notice how my units are always here, guys. You need to put those down. Half of 24 is 12 inches squared. I've got my 2 areas of the 2 different triangles. I'm going to add them together because we want a total area. All right, 18 and 12 make 30 inches squared. All right, very good, guys. For your homework tonight, You guys are going to do page 403, and we're going to do numbers 8 through 10. All right, 8 through 10, show your work. You know I will return it back to you if you didn't show your work. All right, very good. Have a good day.